Hey, it's Crystal with Pineapple Papers, and I have day 18 and 19 for you in my December daily. So I am doing a full 6x8 spread on both sides. So I picked a paper and some scraps. I am going to use the red as my background, and then I have that plaid piece of torn paper as well as the Cozy Christmas, of course. I have three 3x4 photos, and I am just going to stack them up, as you can see. And so this day, so we have a lot of December birthdays in the family, so we do like monthly birthday parties. So there's just some pictures of the cousins and then them blowing out one cupcake, which I think is super cute. So I am going to do 3 different embellishments clusters on this one. I am going to do that ornament at the top, that chipboard tag with the little stocking, and then I love this chair. And so since 2 of the pictures of them are sitting on the couch, I thought this was perfect. So I'm going to put this on here, make sure it doesn't cover up too much of my brother-in-law, and I'm going to make that work. I'm also going to add a label sticker. Oh, it's not a sticker, it's a die cut, a label die cut, and that I can just write, December birthday party. There's nothing really exciting to say on it other than what it is, but I am going to find a die cut that is a singing, I think it's We Wish You a Merry Christmas, which is not what we were singing. We were singing Happy Birthday, but I liked that it was singing, so I'm going to add that as well and make that cluster a little bit more. And then I am going to work on, or I'm going to use the die cut numbers. So I'm currently looking for the number 8, digging actually, and I find this little tag. I'm going to add that to that cluster. Still going to keep looking, find another little heart. So here is a 1, which it might be the one I use. I have a couple of different ones. So there's my 8, and I was trying to figure out, okay, where is this going to go? I don't really like it up here because then it's almost like there's 4 embellishments clusters. So then I put it on the chair, and then you couldn't really see the chair. So I'm going to go off screen and glue everything down, and I'm just going to tuck it underneath that. I'm going to basically combine the 2. So the tag and the numbers will go together. So everything is glued down. I'm just going to add a couple of these cute little fake brads around, and that is gonna basically do it for this layout. So then I am going to grab for a day and 19. Oh, I thought about adding that holly. It doesn't get added. It got tried in all 3 clusters. Apparently I am going to look for other things, but that is really it, I believe. Oh, just kidding. That's right. There is a little bit of pink up in that top, so I decided I needed a little more pink as well. So I did 2 pink stars in the other cluster, so then you have pink in all. So for this day, day 19, I'm going to do my wrapping paper. Now, I didn't buy any new wrapping paper this year. So when my grandma passed away, I took all of her wrapping paper and bags and everything. So, and plus I had some left over from last year, not a ton. And I decided, you know what, we're going to use all of the wrapping paper we can. I still have leftovers, but I just laid them out on our island and took a picture. So I'm going to use this, it's kind of a wood grain paper, and it had a saying on it, which I didn't need, but I felt like there was so much color in the wrapping paper, I didn't want to add more. So I backed my photo in the cozy Christmas paper, and then it wasn't quite big enough, so you could see some of the letters peeking out. So I'm going to go with this die cut piece. Okay, sorry, got a phone call. So I have the journaling spot. That's going to work really good. I don't really love the lights, so I'm actually going to work on covering that up. I go ahead and decide to use the same die cut letters for the 19, and looking at that 9, I think there's a really good chance it's actually supposed to be a 6. So I don't know if it was meant to be a 9 or if it was meant to be a 6, but it's going to be a 9. So I was thinking a present to cover up the bottom, but then I ultimately decide on this cute chipboard camera. And now I've pulled in a little bit of blue. So I like that little holly piece with like the speech bubble. And I like the holly that matches the bottom holly on the top, but they're just kind of disconnected. And I just was really struggling with that. So I knew I want to cover up the lights. I need to fix that top cluster. I'm going to go through a bunch of things and see what I can find. I love that little squirrel, but he doesn't make it. I like the bow. The bow is a good idea, but it doesn't really cover up as much as I need it to cover up. So I'm going to move the holly over, try the speech bubble again. Still not looking quite right. And as you can see, I have a ton of die cuts. So I have a couple of different packs of die cuts that I have been using in my December daily, and they have now kind of all merged onto one. I haven't scrapbooked anything but December daily this December. So everything has just stayed on my desk. So most of the die cut pieces are simple stories and crepe paper. So I'm definitely going with a holly. So I decided to add a couple of the fake brads. I still want to get that speech bubble on there. It's not going to get on there. This little arrow will make its way on there. And I'm kind of moving that heart around, see if I want to get it somewhere else. And I don't think I do. And then I actually go off camera and remembered that we had done bows this year. So I added those bows and a little chipboard piece that says Merry and Bright. So there are my close-ups. Remember to wear your crown, and we'll see you next time. Bye.